Yeah. Know what it is? These 47 for real all day. AMP popping up as much rugby league information as possible. Right now, continuing with the first game by every team ever series, and right now, going alphabetically, we're up to Dolphins, the newest kids on the block. And so you don't miss any pulverising rugby league information watching this video all the way through to the end as per always. So, Dolphins, yes, definitely a team that I'm a big fan of. I have only been in the comp 2 years. Haven't made the finals yet, but of course their first year, 2023, they started the season well before fading away over the second half of the season, which we'll go over. And then last year, 2024, missed the finals again, but went a bit better. So I think they're slowly building, and I think it's only a matter of time before they're making the finals on a regular basis. And it's also only a matter of time before they have a season where they finish in the top 4 and end up winning the comp. I've got no doubt that they will win a comp sooner or later. So, the Dolphins' first ever game, nice and easy. This is a nice recent one, 2023 round 1, and they produced the best possible debut with a very impressive 28-18 win over Sydney Roosters at Suncorp Stadium. Right, 2023 round 1, Dolphins 28, Roosters 18 at Suncorp Stadium on the Sunday afternoon. The exact date, the 5th of March, 2023. Refereed by Chris Butler. The crowd, 32,177 people, and they were in control for the vast majority of the game, and ended up winning by 10 points. And that was definitely a fair reflection of the game. They were definitely the better team. And just for the record, to begin the game, Roosters obviously kicked the ball off, and the Dolphins prop Jared Wallace, he made the first ever Dolphins hit up. And then eventually, the other Dolphins prop, Mark Nichols, he got the first ever Dolphins try. Not Nichols, who does he actually does crash over quite a few tries by front row Mark Nichols, and getting another one on this occasion. Other Dolphins try scorers, the interchange Connolly Lemuelo, 2 tries by the winger Jermaine Asako. Asako also getting 4 goals for 5 attempts, so 16 points in the Dolphins' first ever game. Impressive stuff. And the 5th Dolphins try by one of my all-time personal favourites, the Hammerside Tabuai Fido, scoring one of his typical long-range efforts where he took an offload from forward and raced right up the centre of the field a good 70, 80 metres, scoring to the post, and there's no other catching. And of course, did his Dolphin salute, did his hammerhead sharp salute, whatever it is, after he scored, as he does. Brilliant stuff, I thought. While for Roosters, just 3 tries. One by the winger Daniel Tupou, one by the centre Joseph Sualihi, and another one by the other centre Drew Hutchinson, a halfback Sam Walker landing 3 goals from 3 attempts. So that was it. Dolphins' first of the game, and key games, because I like to go over all the teams. I like to go over all the games that the debut team won in the debut season. So like I've already said, after a 27-round season, so nearly halfway after round 13, Dolphins had a bye in round 11, which means they played 12 games. They'd actually won 7 out of the first 12 games. They were going excellent. For a team in their debut season, winning just over half the games, they were going fantastic. Won their first 3 games ever, and won 7 out of the first 12, but unfortunately, over the second half of the season, just 2 more measly wins, and they faded out of finals contention very, very poorly indeed, but going over the key games. So after the stunning 28-18 win over Roosters in round 1 at Suncorp Stadium, in round 2, an equally impressive come-from-behind win at their very first home game, but specifically at Dolphins Stadium. They had trailed Canberra 14-0 before coming back to win 2014, which I thought showed a ton of character by them. Then, in their first ever game in New South Wales, they'd gone to Hunter Stadium and beaten Newcastle 36-20 on a Friday evening game. And I thought that was an outstanding performance by them too. But then in round 4, their big brothers Brisbane showed them that they weren't invincible and beat them 18-12 at Suncorp Stadium. And in round 5, Dolphins came crushing all the way back down to earth, thumped by St George Illawarra Dragons 38-12 at Wollongong Stadium on the Saturday afternoon game. So, showing that, they definitely weren't invincible after all. In round 6, Dolphins had bounced back and beaten Cowboys 32-22 up at Country Bank Stadium, Cowboys home ground. And in round 8, one of the most, before that in round 7, Dolphins had lost to South Sydney Rabbitohs 36-14 at Lang Park, just to chuck it in. And then in round 8, one of the most unbelievable games we've ever seen, Dolphins had trailed Titans 26-0 at half-time at Suncorp Stadium, and somehow pulled off the equal biggest comeback of all time to somehow win that one 28-26. The only time any other team has trailed by 26 points and won, and I've done a video for both these games before. The only other 26-point comeback ever was by Cowboys, who trailed Penrith Panthers 26-0 at half-time in 1998 round 12 at Penrith Stadium on Saturday night before coming back to win that one 36-28 with 7 tries in the second half, believe it or not. Yeah, so Dolphins equaling the biggest comeback of all time. But then, like I said, wasn't too long before, their performances gradually deteriorated. They did at least in round 10. Managed a thumping upset win over Cronulla 36-16 at Suncorp Stadium in Magic Round. No one gave many chance of winning that one. They produced the ball over against one of the heavyweight teams at the time. And then in round 13, Dolphins are taking revenge over Dragons for their earlier thumping at Wollongong. And in round 13, 2023, Dolphins have beaten Dragons 26-12 at Dolphins Stadium on the Thursday night game. But then, like I said, though, over the second half of the season, only 2 more wins. In round 19, most unusual scoreline, they've beaten Titans 23-21 at Robina, Titans home ground. So that was obviously 20-all before they got a field goal each to make it 21-all. And then in Golden Point, Jermaine Sarko, of course, landed the golden penalty goal for Dolphins to win. And then, most disappointingly, the Dolphins' only other win came in the very last round, round 27, in a result that was purely academic. They managed to beat Warriors 36-10 at Suncorp Stadium. Dolphins, of course, were way out of finals contention. It didn't matter in the slightest if they won this game. Whereas Warriors, they were guaranteed their final spot and they could afford to rest players. And they rested nearly half the team. So, of course, Dolphins had an easy cakewalk win, an easy walk in the park win. Yeah, so at the end of the 27 regular rounds in 2023, Dolphins had 3 byes, played 24 games, won only 9 and lost 15. So after winning 7 games in the first half of the season, they'd only managed 2 more wins. So it was very, very disappointing indeed. So that meant they finished in 13th place out of the 17 teams in 2023, before and against 520 points in attack and conceded 631 in defence, minus 111 points. So there you go. Like I said, very, very disappointing the way they finished their debut season. And then in 2024, they did the same thing. They started well, but then again faded away the second half of the year, but they didn't fade away as bad the second half of the year this time in 2024. And like I said, 2024 was better than 2023 overall. I've got no doubt at all that they definitely will make the finals before too long, possibly this year in 2025. They might be making the finals for the first time, and if not this year, it might be too long. And no doubt at all also that they definitely will win a competition in the not too distant future. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching all the way through to the end, so you didn't miss any pulverising probably information. Doing it alphabetically, the next team is Glebe. The Glebe Dirty Reds. They still participate in some of the lower grade comps these days. Glebe Dirty Reds are actually a foundation team, so we've got their first game against one of the other foundation teams. So stay tuned for that. Your boy all day, L47. Thank you for that brutal support.